I'm going to give you a complete lesson on how to solve a Rubik's Cube in about 10 minutes. There's only about 6 patterns that you need to memorize, and after you practice those enough times, your muscle memory in your hands will basically make it very easy for you. We're going to do this cube in terms of layers, with this being layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. Just call them 1, 2, and 3. In layer 1, that's something you're going to have to solve for yourself. There's really no set patterns or tricks to do that. You're just going to need to get a whole layer complete. And what I recommend doing is I always use the white up top, just because then I understand the relationships between where the other colors are, and it makes it more familiar. So I always do the white on top. So I'll go ahead and just solve that now, and you can do that on yours, and then we'll get together and then we'll solve for layer 2. Okay? So really all I'm doing here was some trial and error just to get that top layer 1 complete. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on layer 2. So line up your primary color on each side with the center dot on each, okay? And then I'm looking to replace the pieces that need to be moved out of here with the correct ones. So let's start here with this one. And this is going to be our first pattern that you're going to want to memorize. And I'll throw that up on the screen. Here's how that pattern works. I'm basically going to take this piece and swap it with this piece because I see that this one here with the orange and blue is the needed piece for right here. So here's how that's going to work. And now I've got it in the right place. So what I'm trying to do is keep the overall cube steady and in one spot, and then make the moves that are indicated in that diagram. It's very simple. In this one, it's only 8 different turns, and then next thing you know, the piece is right where it needs to be. So I'm going to look around for the rest of the cube here, and I see this green and red needs to go in here where there's a green and red spot needed. So I'm going to go ahead and do, in this case, pattern number 2, which is the same as the other one. It's just done in reverse. And that will move it up and into this spot right here, okay? So now we've got 2 of them done, and now we've got 1 more to go. We got a couple more here. So go ahead and let's see this green here, this green and orange going up into this spot here, okay? So I'm gonna use my pattern number 1 again. And there it goes, right into there, 1 left, and it's this one here. And I'm gonna use pattern 2 for this because I'm moving it into the right side place. Okay, now I've got layers 1 and layers 2 complete. So by using patterns 1 and 2, you can move pieces into either the left or right side, and there you go, you've got second level ready to go. So now I'm going to turn the cube over, and I'm going to work on this layer 3 here now. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set this cross. If you look at the top, it appears there's 4 pieces here. I'll call that the cross, and I want to make sure that the pieces in each spot belong there. So here I've got the red, and if I rotate it, I've got the red and this yellow here. So that's in the right location. This one is not, because now I've got an orange. And now here I've got a green. And my blue is in the right spot. So what I have to do is I've got to switch this piece and this piece. These 2 pieces need to switch positions in order to be in their right spot. So I'm going to use pattern number 3 to do that. And when I set that up, I'm going to put the pieces that need to rotate in this position here, 1 and 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and execute using this face of the cube, pattern number 3, okay? So I'm just going to do this. Now it's pattern number 3, and now you can see I got my green in the right spot, my orange, my blue, and my red. So everything's in the right spot. Now I'm going to look at these corners. It looks like this corner piece here is not in the right place because I need to have blue, red, and yellow, and I've got a green in here. Same thing with this one. He's not in the right place, he's got orange. This is in the right place, so that's good. We'll leave this one alone. But now how do I correct for these three corners not being in the right place? Well, this one needs to move all the way over to here. Now this is going to be a move that involves always two pairs changing. The way the cube's set up, it wouldn't work if it only used one movement. So in any case, I'm going to run this particular pattern, which is going to be pattern number 4, twice. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move this one and this one because that'll put this in the right place with green, yellow, and red. Green, yellow, and red. Put that here. And then I'm going to run it again and I'm going to swap over here. So that way this orange one goes all the way around to where it belongs. Okay? So I'm going to do that first, and I'm going to move this face so that way I can get this going in the right direction. So here we go. And lo and behold, I moved my green, red, and yellow to the right place, and I moved my other one to the right place. So keeping your orientation on the cube steady, I'm going to need to make that second move to swap these two corners. So I'm going to head and turn that top because I'm going to use this same face to make those turns, okay? So I'm going to head do it one more time. And now I'll square back up my cross with my colors. So the blue goes here, the red goes here, and look at that. Now they're all matched up. So I've got all the cross pieces in the right place. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these that are just reversed. The orange needs to go here and the yellow needs to go here. And the way that works is you're going to put it into this position here, and I'm going to move from this face, and I'm going to just do this. This is pattern number 5. And I do that until it gets to where it needs to be. Now it's in the right orientation. This is another one that's always executed in pairs. Looks like it mixes up the cube until you do the second sequence. So I'm going to look around and go, yep, it's this one here. I've got to switch this one. So I'm going to put it into position and then run number 5 again. And then my cube goes back together where I started from. And now if I look at the cross, I've got all the yellows in the right spot, and then I've got everything lined up. So I've got my corners, they're in the right place. I've only got one move left to do, and all I have to do to fix this cube at this point is rotate each of these corners. So I'm going to head and use pattern number 6, and I'm going to start with this face here. This is another one that runs in pairs. So I'm going to rotate until I see that yellow go to where it needs to go on the top. So here. And there it is, that yellow's at the top. Cube got a little bit messed up, that's okay. I'm going to rotate the next one into position here, do the same move. He's now in position, and I've still got to do another one here. And when I rotate this, we're going to solve this cube. Now there you go. With 6 easy patterns and just doing the top layer yourself, you can find it's very easy to solve for layers 2 and 3 using these techniques. I hope this helped. And if it did, please give the video a thumbs up, and that'll help other people find it as well. And as always, have a great day.